Well, hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so I know it's the first time you are being exposed to the Pajama Grandma. Today is day 209 of the Daily Scare Share. I'm doing one thing a day that scares me from the book, Do One Thing a Day That Scares You. It's just a little journal type book that challenges us to stretch our comfort zone once every day. Do one little thing, not giant things, but one little thing to think about and do to move toward what it is that you want, what it is that I want. And I hope that you're coming along with me on the journey. When I first started doing this, I was challenged by my daughter to get out of the rut that I was living in, because I've been living in a bit of a rut for about the last year and a half. Some people might say 20 years, but I'd say the last year and a half I had some changes and I was just kind of rolling with them and not really taking control of what I wanted. And so she challenged me to do something, and something ended up being this little book. And since I was afraid to do Facebook Lives, I thought, well, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. Since I'm afraid to do something, obviously that's something I need to do, so I'm going to stretch my comfort zone by challenging myself to do that. And so today is day 209. It's one of those, I call them sayings days. It's got a sayings in the book, and I need my magnifying glass. So I grab that and I read it and I share a couple of thoughts I have with it and about it to challenge your thinking and see if you can come up with a way to stretch your comfort zone right along with me. So today it says, traveler, there are no paths. Paths are made by walking. It's a Spanish proverb. Makes a lot of sense. If you ever walk in the woods or walk in nature or walk in the desert or go for a walk anywhere, you'll notice that there's usually only a path when someone or something has gone before and created a path. I think of deer trails and deer paths at the state park where I walk a lot. You know, it's fun to walk along the trails that are carved out for us humans by the park personnel and that have been built over time. But it's also fun sometimes to get off the beaten path and follow one of the deer paths and go where the deer have gone and experience the place. It's a beautiful place. And experience that as if you were a deer instead of being a human being, because the human paths are awesome and there's not very many bugs and they're easy to walk on, but sometimes it's more challenging and fun to go on the deer trails. But if the deer hadn't gone there before, there would be no trail. So today's challenge, it says, new path I made today. So I'm going to think of a way, I haven't thought of one yet, but I'm going to think of a way that I can carve a new path, that I can find a new way of doing something, or literally, if the sun shines, go out and find a new path, walk on some of those deer trails today, and just experience the park from a different perspective, from a different angle, because sometimes that's when we get our best ideas and our best thoughts in terms of what our next move is, what we need to do next to move us toward what it is that we want. So that's it. Have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow with day 210 of the Daily Scare Share. Don't be scary.